Hello, and thank you for joining us today for a review of the Accela Civic platform. More specifically, we are going to take a look at occupational licensing with Accela. We are going to start with the citizen or applicant experience, knowing that often this interaction can be frustrating with the amount of time it takes to process an application and the confusion around application requirements. So we are going to highlight the ways in which we help applicants get to the right application and clearly understand the requirements associated with a license or renewal. So let's adopt the role of citizen and take a look at what my experience could look like with Accela's premium citizen experience. This is going to act as that digital front door to your agency and allow me as a citizen to more easily engage with your services. Currently, constituents may feel that finding the application they are looking for is a cumbersome and confusing process. So we give your agency tools like predictive search or popular tasks to help users get to the right information. As a resident of the state of Augustus, I am looking to submit an application for my cosmetology license. Using the predictive search, I might type in the term cosmetology, or hairstylist, or barber. So your agency can leverage a variety of search terms to help me get to the right content on the first try. When I get to the application page, I am not presented with paragraphs upon paragraphs of text that make it difficult for me to understand what information matters to my specific experience. I instead see a clear set of requirements and step-by-step instructions on how to prepare and then submit my application or even renewal. I can see clearly what I can come to expect after I've submitted my application, allowing the agency to be more transparent about that subsequent process and setting clear timeline expectations. When I am ready to get started, I am brought directly to the Citizen Portal login page. From here, I can create an account if I am not yet registered, or simply use my existing credentials to log in. Getting into the application itself, I am first presented with a disclaimer, which I will accept. The way this form functions and what information is gathered is fully configurable by your agency. But we are going to use our time today to review a few of the functions of the system that allow both your agency and the applicant a comprehensive and seamless licensing experience. What's really helpful about having an account is that I don't have to duplicate my efforts and type in information that already exists. I can simply select from my existing account details. By answering questions about my history, the agency can trigger subsequent questions based on my answers, like a section for document upload. We can also automatically trigger back office review steps. For example, if I answer yes to a prior conviction, we could trigger a workflow step that initiates a background check. So Accela gives the agency an array of tools to help automate interactions or phases of the process dependent on applicant details. Next, I'm going to upload my supporting documentation, in this case my verification of licensure in another state, my education history, and a social security document. What I really want to highlight in this screen is that the type of documentation that you require from the applicant is entirely dependent on your agency's needs. But Accela gives you the functionality to categorize the documentation that's being uploaded, so we can make sure that all requirements are met and that document review for staff in the back office is really simple. Before payment, I am presented with a final review of my application in the case I need to make any changes. If everything is correct, I can continue, where I am then presented with follow-up requirements of these 2 exams that I need to take. I can also clearly see the fees that are associated with this application. Accela is able to integrate with your payment processor of choice, and our application is PCI 3 compliant, so you have peace of mind when it comes to your constituents' data. Now that I have completed the application, I can view my unique record ID. I can also see those requirements so that I know the agency is still waiting on some action by me to be able to approve this application. If I view those record details, I can see overarching details, fee information, and conditions of approval. This is the view that I can always come back to as an applicant to check the status of my application or upload documents to interact with the agency if needed. Now let's review what we just accomplished with the citizen's application experience. First, we allowed the applicant to easily find the application they needed and helped them understand the requirements. We saved the applicant time by getting them to the right place, as well as agency staff by reducing the number of calls and application rework, in turn improving customer satisfaction. Next, we are going to take a look at improving collaboration within the back office review process. We know that agency staff are interacting with a high volume of requests, so we are going to show just a few of the ways you can improve efficiencies among teams and the ease of use when it comes to the application review process. Now logged in as agency staff, I can action the application that just came in. The first screen I see is a view that makes a lot of sense to my current role as triage, if you will, so I can quickly see all open tasks and claim them or distribute them. This view is really helpful, especially when we have a large volume of requests, because I can select multiple tasks and perform those same actions. I can also use system filters or create my own custom filters to see items in a way that makes sense for my individual roles and responsibilities. So there are a wide variety of ways to configure the dashboard view dependent on each staff member's needs. Getting into this application that just came in, I can see a variety of details like status, location, contact details, and workflow status. I can see a clear flag across the record reminding me that this applicant must complete the exam requirements, so again, employing those conditions of approval. I can see a complete summary of the application, including the fees paid and any documents that may have been uploaded as part of that application. As part of my review, I am going to need to action this workflow step. The Accela platform provides many opportunities to integrate with third-party applications or providers, and in this case, we are demonstrating an integration with a common exam provider, PSI, just as an example. When that applicant completes their testing, we can ingest the exam results and auto-populate the exam requirements, so agency staff aren't having to wait on the applicant to check off that condition of approval. Next, let's go ahead and issue this license and show a couple of ways we bring this experience full circle. One of the many benefits of the Accela Civic platform is that all associated records of this license are now nested together, and we can visualize everything that has happened with this license and all actions that will happen into the future, like renewals or enforcements. Logged into the Citizen portal, I have visibility into that license status, and I can also complete any renewals or other tasks that may come up as part of my licensure. Additionally, the back office gives staff access to insights integrated with Power BI to visualize a wide variety of data across your organization. In this case, we have dashboards showing occupational licenses by type, status, and location. But we can also see how many are about to expire to help visualize the potential renewal workload or balances due to assist in revenue collection. Another valuable dashboard helps your agency visualize bottlenecks in the review processes. Being able to see how many applications are past due and average time to resolution, or workload summary by department or task. So not only are we giving you the tools in the back office to effectively action the applications and renewals, but also real-time data and insights to improve agency to constituent interactions. Now let's recap what we accomplished with the back office review process. We were able to automate and streamline workflow tasks, making it easier for back office staff to interact with the large number of applications and renewals you encounter. We were able to share and collaborate on tasks, even creating an extra layer of connectivity that we saw with the external exam providers. And lastly, we were able to provide flexible insights to understand agency performance and licensing interactions. Next, we're going to highlight working on the go. Often with occupational licensing, there may be an inspection aspect. For example, if we are licensing a salon. Traditionally, scheduling is a manual process for the constituent, and the process for inspectors is clunky and lacks the connectivity needed to efficiently perform field work. For the purposes of today's demonstration, I have already initiated an inspection as the licensee by logging into the Citizen Access portal. This could also be initiated by agency staff or even scheduled automatically based on business rules the agency has defined. I am now logged into the Accela mobile app as an agency inspector. This app is compatible with iOS, Android, and Windows operating systems, and allows inspectors even in rural areas who might not have connectivity to be able to interact with all aspects of this record and inspection, really bringing robust capability of the back office to inspectors in the field. Upon logging in, I have a list of inspections that are assigned to me for today. I can view all of the appointments in relation to my device's native map to help me get to my location. And as an inspector, I want to be able to click into an item and see all associated information with the record. By clicking into View Record, I can actually see that underlying license and business and easily contact them should I need to, or maybe they requested a text when I was on my way. I can click into Documents and see any assets that might be a part of this record. And a really important part of my job as an inspector is verifying that this location meets the requirements outlined for this type of facility. Checklist items are defined by the requirements set forth by your agency and can be easily statused, commented on even using voice to text, or leveraging a standard comment library, and I can easily add a photo live from the inspection site to help document findings. Now that my inspection is complete, I can click Results at the top, and I can action this inspection. So let's set this status to pass, add any additional comments if needed, and then obtain the necessary signatures. If I need to print out this report to give to the responsible party for review, I can do that directly from the app. Now that my inspection is complete, I am comfortable knowing that my inspection results are automatically synced to the back office with the associated record, and I'm not having to duplicate efforts when I get back to the office. So one last time, let's recap what we accomplished with this mobile inspection. We were able to provide inspectors access to records anytime, anywhere, regardless of connectivity. By giving inspectors all of the information and tools that they need at their fingertips, we are able to increase their productivity in the field. Utilizing many of the tools within the app, inspectors are able to communicate on the go, saving time and creating a more connected experience for agency staff and applicants. That concludes our demonstration of occupational licensing with the Accela Civic platform. Thank you so much for your time.